I'm Bunty.
I'm Sunny.
I have
the most efficient
bike in town. I ride it,
I pride it.
the finest bike you ever saw. A whole day of riding great.
It doesn't seem
To lose much weight, Hero Honda.
what a bike.
What once started life as a bicycle manufacturing company grew into one of the largest manufacturers of motorcycles in the world. This is the story of HeroMotoCorp. HeroMotoCorp was founded as Hero Cycles Limited by Brijmohan Lal Munjal and his three brothers in the year 1956 in Ludhiana, India. There they started out as suppliers for bicycle components before manufacturing them, but they eventually produced full-fledged bicycles out of their factories. It wasn't until 1984 that Hero Cycles started manufacturing motorcycles under a joint venture with Honda. This is how Hero Honda Motorcycles Limited came into being. Under the new joint venture, Hero Honda launched its first bike in 1985, which was the CD100. This was the first 4-stroke bike in India and was inspired by the Honda CB250 RS series of the 1980s. Its 97cc 4-stroke air-cooled engine mated with a 4-speed gearbox, the machine was capable of a claimed mileage of 80 km per litre. It was loved by the customers and became an instant hit among the masses. Honda's years of experience in making fuel-efficient engines and Hero's prowess in low-cost manufacturing had proved to be a game-changer in the market. A popular advertising campaign based on the slogan "Fill it, shed it, forget it" that emphasized the motorcycle's fuel efficiency helped the company grow at double-digit pace for the first time since its inception. During the next decade in the 90s, Hero Honda went on to produce many more 100cc fuel-efficient motorcycles. One such motorcycle was the Splendor, the successor to the CD100. 5 years after its launch in 1994, the Splendor became the world's largest selling motorcycle model in 1999. The same year, Hero Honda launched India's first 150cc motorcycle, the CBZ, which was based on the CB platform of Honda. With the CBZ, Hero Honda ushered a new era of performance motorcycling in India. It was the first 4-stroke bike in the country to feature a 5-speed transmission. Its 156cc engine produced 12.8 horses and 12.7 Nm torque. Even though the performance-oriented CBZ made a huge impression, a large chunk of sales still came from the 100cc fuel-efficient motorcycles that were in demand from smaller towns and rural areas. Other manufacturers focused on urban youth as the target customer for their motorcycles and failed to capitalize on the market demands. Hero Honda knew just that and kept expanding its portfolio over the years, which included the Passion, the Super Splendor, CD Dawn, CD Deluxe, and Glamour, and the list goes on. In 2001, Hero Honda crossed another milestone when it sold more than 1 million motorcycles. It surpassed Bajaj in terms of sales, which was the leader in the Indian two-wheeler industry for more than 4 decades. The same year, Hero Honda became the largest two-wheeler manufacturer in the world and in the Honda family. In 2003, Hero Honda launched its first sports tourer, Charisma. Its styling was inspired by the Honda VFR 800 and its engine was a slightly detuned version of the CRF 230 series that was sold in the US and South America. The Charisma became a trendsetter in the Indian motorcycle industry as other manufacturers followed suit by launching higher capacity motorcycles. But the performance wars had long begun when Bajaj announced its Pulsar back in 2001 to rival the CBZ. The 150cc and above category had started appealing to the younger audience, and the manufacturers were ready to embrace the change. From this point onwards, Hero Honda started focusing on performance bikes, launching the likes of Achiever and Hunk. The company took a more aggressive approach and developed products that were focused on youngsters. Several iterations of the CBZ and Charisma were introduced over the years with a bump in performance figures, and despite the competition from its rivals, Hero Honda managed to keep up its own. The CBZ had a complete overhaul in the year 2006 as CBZ Extreme. Later in October 2007, Hero Honda launched the Hunk, which shared the same powertrain as the CBZ Extreme. Hero Honda had started gaining traction in the 150cc category, and it was about time the flagship got a makeover as well. Charisma was updated as Charisma ZMR with a design overhaul and a bump in performance figures, and was launched in 2009 to commemorate 25 years of the company.
The Hero Group on Thursday announced the termination of its joint venture with Honda.
Hero Honda is embarking on a rebranding exercise that will be launched post Honda's exit from the company.
A fresh licensing agreement has been agreed to, and Hero will pay a royalty to Honda for the use of the Honda brand name up to 2014.
Honda and Hero are now seeking approval from their respective boards this month, and the deal is likely to close out at $1.2 billion.
The big concern is what will happen to the two brands after they split. I spoke with
Hero Honda was riding high on its reputation built over the years when in 2010 it was hit with a roadblock. After almost 26 years, the joint venture between the two companies came to an abrupt end. The rising differences between Hero and Honda led to the end of partnership for good. Hero refused to merge the company's spare parts business with Honda's new fully owned subsidiary, Honda Motorcycle and Scooter India. Despite a 10-year technology tie-up that was due to expire in 2014, Honda was reluctant to share the full technology that went into the production of their motorcycles. Hero had to pay high royalty to the Japanese partner over the years, but the last straw was drawn when Honda wanted to restrict the export of motorcycles to just a few countries. Hero wanted to expand its footprint outside the Asia Pacific and in countries where Honda operated. So it was imminent that both the manufacturers went their separate ways. Hero bought the 26% stake of Honda and went on to form HeroMotoCorp in 2011. After getting its brand new identity in 2011, Hero launched the Hero Impulse, an off-road, dual-purpose adventure bike. It had good amount of ground clearance and long suspension travel and had the go-anywhere kind of attitude. Based on the Honda NXR Bros sold in the international markets, it was liked by enthusiasts for its on- and off-road capabilities, but was often criticized for being underpowered. Its 150cc engine produced a mere 13 brake horsepower and 13.4 Nm torque. It was quite a disappointment because Hero brought something exciting to the market, but it was too little too late. The competition was way ahead with their powerful and refined engines. The sales figures of the Impulse didn't help either. Even its premium offerings, the Extreme and Charisma, were down with the sales as they were never given any major updates. Sadly, in 2017, Hero pulled the plug on the Impulse. After its separation from Honda, Hero poured a huge amount of money into R&D to develop new products from scratch and gain back the trust of the consumers. While the Impulse was built in joint development with Honda, the only innovative product to come out of the R&D till then was the Splendor iSmart with a new i3S technology which increased the fuel efficiency up to a claimed 110 km per litre, making it the most fuel efficient motorcycle in the world. HeroMotoCorp made headlines in July 2013 when it acquired a 49.2% stake in Eric Buell Racing. Eric Buell had a long history in competitive racing, once producing high-end sports bikes from his now defunct Buell Motorcycle Company, which was once owned by Harley Davidson. Soon after the acquisition of EBR, Hero announced many concept bikes at the New Delhi Auto Expo the following year in 2014, ranging from 250cc Super Sport to 600cc Street Nakeds. Hero even launched the updated version of the Charisma ZMR based on the bigger EBR 1190 RX. The design wasn't well received by the audience and the engine was criticized for its lack of performance. But Hero was optimistic. The company had long-term ambitions with the acquisition and it seemed like it was going in the right direction. But none of the concepts came to life as Eric Buell Racing filed for bankruptcy in April 2015. Hero had to liquidate Buell's assets but retained Buell's consulting business, bringing an end to a dream that was very short-lived. But Hero spent no time dreaming, and in 2016, they set up the Center of Innovation and Technology in Jaipur to strengthen its R&D capabilities. HeroMotoCorp forayed into the world of motorcycle rally racing by forming a strategic partnership with Speedbrain, the German off-road racing specialist, thus forming the Hero Motorsports Team Rally. The team made their debut at the Merzouga Rally in Morocco in May 2016, where the riders finished at 9th and 14th positions, and followed it up with another strong show at the Olympia Rally, where the riders finished at 14th and 17th positions. They went on to make a mark in the 2017 edition of the prestigious Dakar Rally with an impressive 12th and 47th position, and also earned the unique distinction of the only manufacturer brand to cross the finishing line with 100% arrival of all its riders. HeroMotoCorp's goal was now clear. It wanted to create a global appeal for the Hero brand. With a rally team and some off-roading experience under their belt, it was only a matter of time Hero came up with an off-road adventure bike. The enthusiasts had been demanding the spiritual successor to the Impulse, and Hero complied. At EICMA 2018, Hero showcased the X-Pulse, an off-road 200cc adventure bike. Not just that, it also showcased 4 more concepts: Scrambler, Desert, Flat Tracker and Cafe Racer, all based on the X-Pulse platform. The X-Pulse shared its engine with the Extreme 200R that was launched earlier that year. It produced 18.4 bhp and 17.1 Nm torque. Not quite impressive compared to its competition, but Hero kept the pricing aggressive. They finally launched the X-Pulse along with the touring version. Subsequent variants of the Extreme models were also launched. The platform proved to be versatile as the bikes based on the 200cc engine were well received, and Hero plans to dominate this segment in the coming years. In October 2016, HeroMotoCorp invested in a two-wheeler electric startup, Ather Energy. Although there's no official agreement on sharing technology, the investment in clean energy shows that HeroMotoCorp is ready to go ahead with changing times as it plans to go all electric by 2030. From making bicycles to being one of the largest manufacturers of two-wheelers in the world, from collaborating with Honda to starting an era of performance motorcycles in India, from buying Eric Buell Racing to participating in the Dakar Rally, HeroMotoCorp has faced many adversities time and again, built itself brick by brick, and it has no plans to slow down anytime soon. But just like any other manufacturer, it constantly needs to reinvent to stay relevant in the industry that was made relevant by them for the most part. Seems ironic, isn't it?